All right, so what's up? Today I want to talk to you about getting to a place in your business that can be a bit bittersweet, a bit uncomfortable, but it's a great place to be because it's a decision that's on the table because you've worked hard to get to this point in your business. You don't just arrive here because you want to. You arrive here because of the work that you've put in and the money that you've made in your business. I happen to think that there's a place where you've made too much money in your business and you have to consider whether or not I'm going to move forward in the same business, or I'm going to say, you know what? I've done what I'm going to do in this business. Now it's time to change directions, pivot, and go into a different type of business, right? A different investment. Because what we have to really understand that business is an investment. And if you've already made money in that business, you may see now that technology may be impacting that business in a way that causes you to have to spend more money in order to compete at the levels that you've been competing. In order to take the business to a different level, you have to spend more money, invest more money into the business, right? And how I look at it is once you've made X amount of dollars, you have to decide then, are you going to invest that money back into the business, keep some of that money for yourself? How are you planning to navigate moving forward? It's definitely going to take some money in most cases because businesses change over time. Marketing changes. So we have to go look at it and find out, is this a business worth me continuing to build, or is it time to shift gears and go in a different direction? When I take a look at the current business model of the freight broker world, what I look at and say is, for a time period, it was an easy business to get into, which it still is, but it was easy to maintain. It didn't cost a lot of money to maintain a freight brokerage business. Well, now you can still make it so that it doesn't cost a lot of money to maintain it, but the question is, are you competing on the level that you want to compete on? Are you merely surviving, right? And if you're merely surviving, it is going to be really hard. It's really chaotic at the bottom, right? So we don't want to stay at that place too long. So it might require that you invest more money in it now so that you can be competitive faster, right? And what we know is in the freight broker world is that it's moving toward more and more systems. Systems move freight, not necessarily the broker himself. The systems that he has, the software moves the freight. And of course that costs money. So I think you have to ask yourself the question, do I want to double down? Do I want to take the money that I've made and invest back into the business? Or do I want to take the money that I've made and move into different types of investments, right? Do you want to move it to something that you feel is a safer investment than your current business model? I think that's something that we really have to consider after you've made X amount of dollars. You have to determine what that number is for you, but it certainly is a decision that will at some point be on the table if you're doing well in the business that you've chosen, right? That's what I wanted to share with you today. I just happen to think that, business is great, but at the same time, it calls on us as good business owners to make tough decisions sometimes. And sometimes it requires that you get out of your comfort zone and move into a different space, even when you've done well in the space that you're in. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. Until the next time, see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded.